Atmavandan, everybody. Good evening. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Atmavandan, everybody. A very warm welcome to you all, and thank you so much for joining today's session and sharing your divine energies with us. So today we're going to carry on with the chapter that we left off on the other day, which is chapter 20, called Death of the Mind is Meditation. So we're on page 202. We'll read a chapter and then we'll have a short meditation, and then we'll have some time to reflect on the key learnings. So here goes. Be honest in your interaction with your children. Share your experiences with them. If you have committed some mistakes in your life and learned a lesson from those errors, then don't be ashamed to share them with your children. But parents, especially fathers, find it difficult to admit their mistakes to their children. Every father would like his son to believe that he has led a spotlessly clean life. And if the grandfather were to narrate any untoward anecdote from the father's life, the father will get upset for the reason that why is he embarrassing him in front of his son? Why cover things from your own children? Have you ever treated your son or your daughter as a friend and confided your mistakes? For there is a good chance that after listening to your experiences, your child would want to keep away from repeating the mistakes in his life. You ask me, how can we live if we don't have any attachment? In my opinion, attachment only begets pain and suffering for both the individuals in bondage. On the other hand, if there is love, freedom, mutual understanding, and mutual respect, that inevitably leads to joy and peace in that relationship. Then the children will have utmost respect for their parents. Kabir is acting as a spokesperson for all seers and sages when he says, don't get enmeshed in the web of attachment. But alas, people simply refuse to take this on board. In effect, you have wasted your inner wealth, and now you're living like helpless widows and paupers. In this very world, a stream of knowledge is flowing, and if you bathed in this river, you would have got cleansed. As long as you don't take a dip in the river of knowledge, which is the Guru, the Master, you will remain immersed in the dirt of attachment, remaining uncleansed. If you choose to drown in filthy, polluted water, instead of cleansing yourself in refreshing, clean water, can you be called wise? Attachment is nothing but dirty, polluted water. Kabir continues, mere reading the words of knowing from books cannot be life-changing. Atman Paramatma, Jnana, these are neither mere words to be listened to, nor are these to be just read from any scripture or book. Instead, peep within and take the plunge into the world of meditation, as that is the source of gaining, achieving, and attaining. Mere mouthing of scriptures without understanding their essence is futile. But then there is no dearth of pseudo-sadhus who advise you to keep on reading scriptures without bothering to understand them. Read Hanuman Chalisa for so many number of times. Read Japji Sahib for so many number of times, so on and so forth. Kabir is saying that just by reading these words, no transformation is going to happen in your life. I remember an incident from my childhood. We were attending a wedding reception. The party was in full swing with people eating, drinking, and making merry late into the night. Suddenly at midnight, the lady of the house said, "Oh dear, I forgot to read the scripture that I religiously read every night." She got it and started reading it, or rather finishing the daily rota. It had nothing to do with a dedicated practice, but rather just another form of senseless addiction, whim of the mind. Metaphorically speaking, by reading all the words written in black ink, you have blackened your minds too. Kabir says, don't read words, rather imbibe the inherent meaning of those words. And in order to understand the essence of the words, you will have to change the ways of your mind. The way your mind is today, you cannot undertake the spiritual journey with such a mind. Kabir says, the day your mind becomes like mine, that will be the day when you will be ready. From the mind to the no-mind land, that is the journey. Arduous it is, but every small step counts, and moreover, you cannot arrive if you don't make a start. So on to chapter 21. The one who starts arrives. The one who is possessed, besotted on catching your one glimpse, O Lord, he alone is a true fakir, the real seeker. The one who fervently yearns, passionately pines for getting one glimpse of the Lord, only such a person is truly mirthful, lives in rapture in this world, and only such a carefree, sprightly, joyous person can be called a fakir. One cannot become a fakir, a sadhu, by merely opting to wear certain coloured clothes, and especially not by having a throng of followers. Followers are no more than a nuisance, who keep flinging the dust, the filth of their impure minds onto the Guru's head. There is a crucial difference between followers and disciples. It is indeed exceptionally rare to get disciples these days, whereas there is no dearth of followers. Followers are those who expect the Guru to dance to their tunes, but the one who dances to the tune of the Guru, he alone is a disciple. A disciple is the one who has surrendered to the will of the Master. Follow the Master's instructions to the last word, unquestioningly and implicitly at all times. But this is the era of followers, and these pseudo-disciples are referred to as jellas in the local parlance. Alas, there is no dearth of jellas, but a real scarcity of disciples in these modern times. The jella's faith is half-baked, very shallow, and the spiritual faith is ever ready to evaporate into thin air, even on the slightest non-fulfillment of their desires by the Master. A Guru had two jellas. Once one of them complained to the Guru's wife, Guru Mata. Earlier, Guruji used to shower such love and affection on me, but ever since the other follower has come, his affection for me has reduced, and I am pained by this behaviour. Guru Mata replied, it is hard to understand the ways of a master. If what you say is indeed true, then surely there must be a reason behind the Guru's behaviour. But instead of focusing on your own inadequacies, you are blaming the Master. Focus on improving your own merit, becoming more deserving, which will catch the Guru's eye. Make yourself deserving, worthy of receiving the Master's attention. Don't blame the Master for the seeming apparent discrimination. Introspect and see what inadequacies are there in your mind and focus on removing them. Remember, a Master, a Guru, is the one who has lived his entire life as per the Lord's will, who performs all acts as per the divine will, and there is no place for his individual will. He does whatsoever God wants him to. Thence you cannot dictate to the Master to act as per your individual will. It is indeed foolish to have this misguided expectation. However, man gets overwhelmed by the age-old malaise of the overpowering ego. I see this drama unfold in front of my eyes so very often. No sooner I give some responsibility to someone or allow him to sit by me for a little longer than the others, that is enough for that individual's ego to swell up. And soon he or she will be egoistically flexing his muscles in front of others, trying to dominate the others. And on the other hand, if I ask someone to step back from a task, he gets upset and sometimes even angry. This surely cannot be a sign of a disciple. So the Guru Mata asked him to enhance his capability, to focus on eradicating his flaws and deficiencies, to become more deserving, which would catch the Guru's eye. Guru is a connoisseur of beauty. Beauty cannot escape his eyes. Beautify your mind, your character, your behavior. Adorn yourself with virtuosity and humility. This beauty will catch the master's eye, for sure. There are no two ways about it. A magnet cannot attract iron covered by rust. Now, is that the magnet's fault, or does the iron need to be cleansed of the rust? Likewise, if the mind is covered by the rust of impurities, the master's grace cannot reach you, even if the Guru wants to do so. If you keep the magnet in a plastic bag and then try to attract a piece of iron lying outside, what will happen? The intervening plastic, which is a bad conductor, will prevent the interaction between the magnet and the iron. But once you remove the magnet from the plastic bag, the magnetic force will readily attract the iron, as the barrier of the plastic has been removed. So all those people who complain that the master is not paying any attention to them, remember that it is you who has created a barrier which prevents the master's grace from reaching you. It goes without saying that it is entirely up to you to remove this barricade. The master cannot do it for you. Reverting back to the story, the Jela said to the Guru Mata, "You are simply finding faults in me." Guru Mata replied, "Okay, do one thing. Hide behind this door. Soon the other disciple will come in, having collected wood from the forest. I will converse with him, and you quietly listen to that conversation. The rest I will tell you later." Soon the other disciple returned with a bundle of chopped wood. He placed the wood in the kitchen and came up to the master's wife, saying, "Mother, I can't see my master. Has he gone somewhere?" The lady replied, "Son, he has gone inside the mill grinder." Without a moment's hesitation, the disciple replied, "Well, what can one say about our master's glory? He can do whatever he wants, just like Hanuman, who could increase or decrease his height whenever he wanted. Who can understand the ways of the master?" The jailer, who was hiding behind the door and listening to this entire conversation, was incredulous. He thought, have these two individuals lost their mind? What are they talking about? Master has gone inside a mill grinder? What a crazy notion! What gobbledygook! As soon as the other disciple had left, the fellow emerged from behind the door and impatiently asked, "What was all that nonsense?" Guru Mata patiently replied, "After hearing the entire conversation, if you still haven't understood, then you will never be able to understand. You should have grasped his immense faith in the master. Such was the depth in his faith that even after listening to a seemingly illogical statement, he never once had any doubts. Instead, he readily put it down to the master's glory. On the face of it, this whole episode may seem ludicrous, but if you look at it from another point of view, then it reflects depth of unshakable faith." In the context of Kabir's bhajan that I sang earlier, elucidating the attributes of a true fakir, I have received a related question as follows. You have said that for men, ego and anger are the two prime negativities that need to be defeated. I feel that this is not possible without the Guru's grace. Sometimes I feel that I'm winning the battle, but at other times I feel this is just my delusion. How should I get out of this delusion, and what is the way I can really assess the level of anger and egotism in me? It is true that anger and egotism come easily to men. Men are ready to fight at the drop of a hat. The slightest provocation is enough, even if it is as innocent as children. Even if it is innocuous as children fighting amongst themselves. A child comes crying to his father, saying that his friend commented that his father is henpecked. Well, that is enough for the man's blood to start boiling, and he is ready to go and fight with the other kid's father, as he thinks the kid must be repeating his father's views. It is due to their insufferable ego that people get incited to fight with each other, whether it is someone not honouring their religion, their culture, etc. People are so intolerant of each other's religion, culture, and language that they are ready to fight, even if an innocuous comment is made on their religion, culture, or language. Moreover, the class system in India is still rampant. Many Indians see it below their dignity to interact with people from the lower socio-economic strata, be it the sweeper, cleaner, barber, laundrymen, bus drivers, and the contrary is true in most parts of the Western world, where there is generally no discrimination on grounds of occupation. These people have no qualms in shaking hands, conversing, eating with those people who do so-called menial tasks, menial jobs. But in India, barbers, washermen, sweepers, cleaners are viewed with disdain. The society is divided into so many parts, into so many castes. And the irony is that this is the same country where it is also said, I see Sitaram in the whole world. I bow to you with all my heart. It is the same country where people proclaim that it is one Atma residing in every being. And what a paradox, that the same countrymen look down upon their lesser fortunate brethren who are branded as hailing from a lower caste or a lower socio-economic strata. What is all this? It is nothing but egoism, that people bear such a cavalier attitude, have an air of supremacy by attaching their identities to something or the other, be it a particular religion, socio-economic class, profession, caste, or language. For example, a politician in one of the cities these days has given all kinds of leeway to a certain class, so much so that if that class files a report against someone from another class, police will straightway take the perpetrator into custody. This class, who in the past was mistreated and oppressed, now feels very proud of their lineage, as people from this class get jobs easily, get transfers readily, so on and so forth. Arrogance for belonging to the upper caste, and now arrogance for belonging to lower caste. Arrogance on being a Hindu, and arrogance of being a Muslim. Arrogance for belonging to a particular state. Arrogance for belonging to a particular culture. I feel strange when I go to Maharashtra or Gujarat and people refer to me as Guru Ma is Punjabi. When I first went to Bombay, or rather Mumbai, as it is now known, for a satsang, a chap came and told me proudly that all Punjabis would attend the satsang. What absurdity, I said. The satsang was in Hindi, so anyone who understood Hindi, be it a Punjabi or a Maharashtrian or Gujarati, or indeed anyone else, wouldn't they all come? The man said, but that doesn't happen, as people tend to see you as a Punjabi guru. Once in the city of Kanpur, someone spread the word that Guru Ma is a Brahmin, and even said that I belonged to a certain Gotra. Soon enough, I received a letter from a listener saying, we are very proud of you, as you have elevated the status of our Gotra. See how shrewd your mind is. It never misses any opportunity to strengthen and exhibit your narcissism, You keep on scoring points on anything and everything. Some people take pleasure in boasting about almost anything, like the amount of verbal abuse I endured from my father. No one in this world will have such tolerance. My mother-in-law was so malevolent, so cruel, yet I served her with so much dedication. Can anyone match that? Finding something to boast about wherever one can. A husband and wife were eating their dinner. It was a hot summer's day, and the wife had slogged in the sweltering heat to prepare delicacies for her husband. So obviously she was seeking some kind of appreciation for all her efforts. She asked him how the food was. The husband retorted, "The fact that I'm quietly eating the food without getting angry means that the food is okay. So why are you asking this unnecessary question?" And if he would have praised her, the mind would have conjured up another thought. Well, no one can cook as deftly as I do. This is how easily ego crops up, even in the most mundane of activities. And it is not that women are not egoistic, it is just that arrogance comes easy to a man. Likewise, envy comes easy to a woman. The entire script of the epic Ramayana would have changed were it not for the envy that consumed Kaikeyi, one of the three queens of Dashrath, father of Lord Ram. It was envy that made her insist for her son Bharat to be made the heir to the throne, and not Ram. All Mantra Kaikeyi's maid did was scrape away the slight affection that Kaikeyi held for Ram. Kaikeyi was not envious of Ram, rather she was envious of Kaushalya, Ram's mother, the eldest queen. Mantra kept provoking Kaikeyi into believing that once Rama was made the heir, that would glorify the status of Kaushalya, and then Kaikeyi would be rendered no better than a lady in waiting. This stirred Kaikeyi's ego, and consumed by the hurt ego and envy, she fought with King Dashrath, reminding him of the favour he owed her, and resting only when Dashrath relented to her incessant demands of making Bharat the heir and send away Ram in exile for 14 years. So much of envy lurks behind the facade of your respect and courtesy for others, that at the slightest opportunity your envy comes out. You say you love your elder brother, you respect him, but soon a time comes when the brothers can't see eye to eye. And why does this happen? Because you can't tolerate your ego being bruised. It is indisputable that egoism and anger come easily to a man. The questioner has said that it is difficult to overcome ego and anger without the Master's grace. Although this statement is true to some extent, the bigger fact is that you alone can cast off the burden of your own ego. Unfortunately, this is the bitter truth. It is entirely up to you to annihilate your ego. The Master cannot do this for you. And this is a Herculean, a colossal task. That is why the mind seeks easier options, i.e. get the Guru to do it for you, so that you are spared by the hard work. Laziness is an inherent attribute of the mind. So you beseech the Master to first eradicate your ego, and after that get the Master to do all the work, so that you can meet the Lord. The entire burden gets thrown on the Guru. My Master and God are standing before me. Whom should I bow to first? I surrender to my Master first, as Master made me see God. So the benefit of a Guru is that the Guru unites you with the Lord, and you beseech the Guru to erase your ego. That means get the Guru to do the work for you. And what will you do? The fact is that without your own hard work, your own sincere efforts, without using your own power of discrimination, without your own honest spiritual practices, you cannot win the war against the ego. However, A note of caution is appropriate here. Don't fall into the trap of further strengthening your ego by arrogantly declaring, I will free myself from the binding of ego. This entire statement is reeking of I. Even some so-called reed pseudo-sadhus have such gigantic ego. One in Allahabad, at the time of Kumbh Mela, I met a Mahamandaleshwar, so-called superior of a religious sect or province, at the shivir I had organised. I accepted his invitation for lunch and arrived at his camp along with a couple of my disciples. In the dining area, I noted that there were 3 separate rows. One had seats on a high pedestal, the other included low flat seats, and the 3rd row didn't have any seats or mats on the ground. I thought he would ask me to sit in the row with the high pedestals, and all our disciples, his and mine, would sit on the flat seats. I couldn't fathom the purpose of the row that didn't have any seats whatsoever. In the meanwhile, another Mahamandaleshwar arrived. To my intrigue, the host asked me to sit in the row with the low seats, while he and the other Mahamandaleshwar sat on the higher pedestals. Moreover, my disciples were made to sit on the ground with no seats or mats. Although it was he who had invited me, he couldn't bring himself to sit beside me. Neither could he lower his status to sit on a lower seat, and nor could he elevate my status and invite me to sit on a higher pedestal. What utter, ridiculously foolish pride! I know some people will get irate on the comments I'm making, but I am only stating what I have seen for myself. There is such gross discrimination, separate lines for all categories of people. Mahamandaleshwar, Mandaleshwar, Swami, monks, and the servers, and they all get different dakshina, kind of monetary alms given to monks and sadhus, depending on their status. What hierarchical nonsense! Are you getting an insight into the intricate web of egoism? Such is the labyrinth of egoism and pride that it snares on one and all, be it a householder or a recluse, a monk. Unfortunately, nowadays in India, there is a flood of so many pseudo-gurus who have really maligned and denigrated the meaning of the word guru, making a complete travesty of the rich guru-disciple tradition that was once held in such high esteem. These fraudsters flaunt the number of followers they have, turning that too into a status symbol, using the media to advertise and parade their gurudom to the gullible public. Woefully these days, religion has largely become a lucrative business. And occasionally, some so-called gurus tell me, you didn't manage to become a proper guru. So many people listen to you. If I had such a following, I would have made so much money by now. What can I say to these individuals? The reason these individuals don't have a following is because of their corrupt intention. They want to turn religion into a business venture. Hence, God is being merciful that no one is following such unscrupulous people. And it is not only the so-called religious people who blow their own trumpets, but it is indeed amazing to see even criminals boasting of their accomplishments. How many robberies, how many murders? Even in jails there is discrimination between the criminals, depending on who has accomplished what and how infamous one is. The human mind is so intriguing, and not only is egoistic about its virtues, but also of the sins it's committed. The common factor in both situations, be it virtue or sin, is the presence of the ego. So, how does one come out of the grip of the ego? One way is the grace of the Guru, but here it doesn't mean that you don't take any efforts and leave the entire burden on the master. What a master does is provide you with guidance, give you the insight of wisdom and knowledge, awaken your power of discrimination so that you can see the potholes and prevent yourself from falling into them. This sight of wisdom imparted by the master allows you to introspect, see your own inadequacies and fallacies, and increase your inner awareness to enable you to see all the negativities lurking in your own mind. And the interesting fact is that as soon as you start becoming aware of your mental afflictions, they start melting like ice. Just like ice starts to melt under the influence of the sun, the heat, likewise, under the scrutiny of your awareness, your mental afflictions start to dissolve. But provided you remain detached as you observe, i.e., don't be consumed by guilt or be disheartened by thinking that you will never come out of those negativities. When you become aware of your mental malaise, you do one of the two things. Either you wallow in guilt and start beating yourself. I am a very bad person. I can never become virtuous. Just as the letter I received this morning, where someone has written, whilst doing Tratak meditation, all my fallacies become apparent to me. I had continual thoughts of how bad I am. Well, getting obsessed about your negativities can never be a positive step. No point beating yourself for any lack. Instead, focus on how you can improve yourself. Start taking the positive steps needed, and that's how that negativity will get eliminated. For example, many people ask me how to come out of anger. Well, the only way out can emerge out of anger is by transforming the anger and never be suppressing the anger. Anger is a form of energy, albeit negative, but that needs to be converted into positive energy. When angry, even a weakling becomes powerful. Anger can be used both constructively and destructively. When you feel angry, how do you know that you are becoming angry? Normally, it is others who tell you that you are angry. But the first step is that you, yourself, become aware of the earliest upsurge of anger within you. Instead, what usually happens is that you are so blinded by the anger that you simply can't see it. Others have to tell you not to be so angry, and that further infuriates you. When someone is angry and you tell them to drink cold water, it is more than likely that you will receive a resounding slap. Some people were travelling in a very crowded public transport bus, and there was hardly any space to move. Nevertheless, at every stop, some more would try to climb aboard and demand that the ones who were standing would move ahead. Eventually, one fellow got furious, saying, "There is nowhere to go in the front, so how the hell can I move ahead?" The one trying to get onto the bus retaliated, "Is this bus only for your service? Do you own it? I need to get in and I don't care how." The earlier fellow was now fiercely angry and snarled, "Shut up, or else I will knock your 36 teeth off." Bystander remarked, "Sir, don't get so angry. Anyway, we have 32 teeth. So why did you say 36? The chap thundered, "I knew you would butt in, so have included 4 of yours too." A man overcome by anger will never understand any words of wisdom imparted at that time. In anger, you harm not only the other, but yourself too. And when the anger subsides, one then becomes contrite and starts to regret one's behavior, saying that I was not in my senses. And I am saying that you should achieve such capability, develop such an insight of wisdom and awareness that you are able to sense the slightest, the earliest wave of anger arising within you. Because once you can sense the upsurge of anger within you, then you can avail ways to get the anger out of your system. But the situation now is that others have to remind you that you are angry. It is like a fire raging in your home, and instead of you, others are shouting, "Help! Help!" How to get liberated from anger, from egoism? Awareness is the way to come out of the trap of anger and egoism. Be aware of your own weaknesses and be aware of the situations that bring about anger. Evoke egoism in you. Be a witness of your mind. As I had mentioned, whilst doing Tradak meditation, be watchful of your thoughts. Thoughts arise in your mind, but you are unaware when they come, when they arise. And when I asked you to be aware of your thoughts, you noticed all the different thoughts present in your own mind. Okay, I think we'll stop there now. So thank you, Babaji. Okay, kindly sit in a meditative position with your backbone, spine straight. Remove any glasses if you're wearing them. Cross your feet. Clasp your fingers into fingers. And gently focus on your incoming and outgoing breath. Be here in the present. Don't focus on the past or the future. We'll take 3 deep breaths, and with each incoming breath, feel your stomach expand. So take a nice deep breath in. Hold. And gently release through your mouth. And again, a nice deep breath in. Hold. And gently release through your mouth. And the last 3rd breath, nice deep breath in. Hold. And gently release through your mouth. Now focus on your breath and be aware of every single breath that you take. And as you breathe in, feel the positivity and the cold air coming into your lungs. And as you breathe out, feel the warm air leaving your body. And with each out-breath, feel yourself being cleansed. All your toxins, negativities are being taken out of you with each and every single conscious breath of yours. And with each breath, feel recharged and re-energized with lots of energy and positivity. Now take your mind to your feet, the top of your feet, soles of your feet. Feel them totally relaxed and at ease. Your shins, calf muscles, knees, thighs, lower hip area, all totally relaxed, at peace and ease. Your kidneys, all your internal organs, stomach, pancreas, lungs, intestines, heart, all totally relaxed and at ease, all working in sync. Now take your focus on your shoulders. Feel them being lowered and at ease. Your upper arms, lower arms, hands, totally relaxed. take your attention to your neck and the top of your shoulders. Feel no tension, no stress, totally relaxed. Onto your facial muscles, your ears, top of your head, forehead, eyes, nose, mouth. Totally relaxed. And as you feel one and peace with yourself, focus on each and every single breath. And see yourself as a beautiful, beautiful, shining light residing between your eyebrows and your eyes. And as you take this inward focus, take yourself out of this body and look down to it and show gratitude for being blessed with such a fully functioning, beautiful machinery of a body that works like clockwork, that's able to heal itself, become strong day by day. And as you take yourself out of the body, come out of your home, out of your roof, and now imagine yourself as a beautiful bird. Feel your wings. Spread your wings. Take a few flaps and feel yourself flying high, high into the sky. Feel the freedom of being able to fly high and go into circles and go higher and higher. And as you feel this freedom, feel totally, totally light. Nothing's weighing you down. No tensions, no stress. You are living in the present moment. How beautiful it is to be a bird, to have the freedom to go wherever you want, to fly as high as you want. And with you, you're not on your own. Birds stick in flocks. So as you look behind you, your whole family of birds are with you, singing and chirping with you, as if talking to you in bird language. You feel totally, totally happy and joyful as you feel unified, having the brethren of all your family around you. And as you fly higher and higher, feel the wind giving you more wind under your wings to fly higher, as if making your flight easier. Feel that wind to be your Guru's grace, your Guru's blessings that are with you all the time. The wind beneath your wings. Feel the support of the wind as you fly. And as you look up, you see the beautiful, beautiful sun radiate its rays of sunshine on you. And you feel totally, totally warm and protected as you fly higher and higher. Enjoy basking in the beauty of the sunshine. Feel the freshness of the air. And as you look up, you see a beautiful rainbow. Beautiful colours. Because as the sun shines out, the raindrops are falling on you as well. But it's just light rain, just cleansing your feathers, making you feel refreshed and energized. And as you're flying, you're flying towards this beautiful, beautiful rainbow. The colours are so bright, so vivid. How amazing is this beautiful planet that God's gifted us? We are so, so blessed to be able to experience the beauty of colour. Imagine if we lived in a black and white world, how boring it would be. So be grateful for colours, for the rainbow, for the seasons, for the 5 elements. And as you're flying, you now feel that you want to take it easy a bit because your wings are working so, so hard. So gently slow down your pace and come down slightly. And as you look down, you see a beautiful, beautiful tree, as if it's calling out to you to say, come and sit on me, take a rest. So you gently come down onto the beautiful tree, settle on one of its branches, and you take the time to breathe and take in the moment as you see the beauty of Mother Nature around you. The beautiful branches, the trunk of the tree, the leaves, the beautiful colours. The fragrance is absolutely breathtaking, making you feel so, so happy and at peace. How amazing is the sense of smell? We are so, so blessed that all our senses work so immaculately for us. And now, as you see yourself as this beautiful bird, you feel re-energized, recharged, full of lots of energy and strength. So gently flap your wings again. Say goodbye to the beautiful tree. Take a bow to say thank you for giving you shelter for the few moments and rest. And gently see yourself flying down and down, away from the beautiful tree. And as you fly past, you see some beautiful sunflowers, meadows, hills, beautiful streams with beautiful fishes jumping out to say hello to you. And now see yourself back, coming to your own neighbourhood. You recognise your own street and your neighbourhood, or your roads that look like miniature toys. See yourself coming back to where you belong, back into your home through the roof, and gently sit back into this amazing body. And as you settle back into this beautiful body, let's take this time to show our gratitude and appreciation to our parents, siblings, grandparents, family, spouses, partner, children, neighbours, colleagues, every single person that we've had an interaction with, and show our deep, deep gratitude for all their help and support. Just like the flock of birds, we too are so blessed to have our families, work families, actual families, spiritual families. And let's show our appreciation to each and every single teacher of ours, all our gurus, for being there for us, for supporting us and helping us to reach the Supreme Being and the Supreme Lord. Deep, deep gratitude to Mother Earth, providing us with so, so much beautiful food and everything that Mother Earth supplies us. Mother Nature, the 5 elements, the beautiful plant kingdom, animal kingdom, birds. Deep, deep gratitude to the entire world, the cosmos, the planets, for holding us and supporting us and making us who we are today. Deep, deep gratitude to these amazing scriptures and books that are giving us the knowledge to help us in our transformation, on our journey, on our spiritual path. Deep, deep gratitude to divine masters like Babaji, Lord Buddha, Guru Nanak, and all the divine masters for holding our hands and helping and supporting us on a daily basis to learn and grow and reach our goals of soul purpose. Deep, deep gratitude to this amazing, amazing world that we live in, full of beauty and colour and fragrance and positivity. Deep, deep gratitude to all our divine masters. Now gently rub your hands, place them over your beautiful eyes, and gently open your eyes with your hands covering them, and feel the divine cosmic energy entering your eyes into your body, rejuvenating you and calming you at the same time. Spread this beautiful aura and cosmic energy over your beautiful face, head, ears, neck, shoulders, arms, elbows, chest, stomach, thighs, knees, legs, feet, and anywhere where you need some more healing or support. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes and thank you, thank you, thank you, Babaji. Thank you to all divine masters, and thank you to you all for kindly joining this session and sharing your divine energy with us. I'm so, so grateful for this amazing opportunity. Deep, deep gratitude.
Deep, deep gratitude to you, Meena ji, for such a wonderful chapter reading and for choosing this wonderful, amazing book. And the chapter means, it is also giving you goosebumps when you're listening to all. Um, we see the things from a human being perspective, and Guru see the things from another perspective. Being a human being, we judge our gurus because our knowledge is not up to their level. And always, even when we were studying in the school, we were not good in few subjects. The teacher knows, and we start hating our teacher for that, for no reason. That why they are, means bringing this again and again in front of the other students. You feel embarrassed, right? Because you put yourself in a competition, whereas the guru see through you that this is the thing where you need to improve yourself. And the beautiful example Guru Mag share about Ramji's journey, that the clash was with the mother, not with the son. How the ego means how the ego ruined someone's life, and on the same time the people have that anger and hidden frustration against a other person. They like to tease other person for no reason, even that other person is minding his or her own business. They have nothing to deal with them. And the same way, the corruption, about the corruption, Guru Ma mentioned that how people treat you, that if you are if you belongs to a particular community, those people can also all means come. Why we are not thinking this way, like like Guru Nanak Dev ji, Lord Hanuman ji, Lord Shiva, everyone is um, uh, everyone is doing puja and all those things these masters said. And Navratri we all celebrate, doesn't matter Hindu, in means all the cultures, right? So but when you think on a physical proper perspective, you see the things which are materialistic, where you are showing your powers to people, whereas the true guru, they don't need to show off so much. They don't they are not even bothered about their followers and anything. um Brahma ji, Vishnu ji, Mahesh ji, they created this entire universe. How many times when we are talking about God and goddesses, we talk about Brahma ji? Hardly,
Mm.
very rarely, right?
Mm.
And the monks, the sadhus, they are living very simple life, very down to earth. And whenever you meet them, whatever you're offering them, they're very happy with that. They are not like judging you, like you need to give me this or that, right? They don't because it is they are a living example of detachment, living it example of detachment. Also about the child, like the that how we start controlling our own kids. We won't listen to their voices. Today the similar experience I saw while I was traveling. There was a father and son and daughter. They three were on the bus stop, and this because it was raining, so the son wants to sit in the shed, but the father's ego doesn't allow the son to sit there, because no one was sitting, everyone was standing in the rain. So but you can see clearly through the child's face. The child was, I think 5 or 6 years old boy. He was literally frustrated by his father is not allowing. He even asked, but his father said, no, 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 you don't need to, you need to stand there. And later on he took him to cross the road, and he wasted means around 5 minutes until the bus came to the bus stop. He again bring the kids to the same stop, and kids were so much frustrated. And then when he entered into the bus, he was forcing them to do what he wants, right? But the kids are kids, they are very innocent. They were saying, especially the boy, he said, you keep telling us do this, you're not moving from your own place. And this man, like, means why, means and later on after 2 3 stop, they got this place space to sit. When they were sitting, they were keep calling him so that he will sit next to them, but he denied. Then again, the kids are kids, he was like, then why you're forcing us to sit? And these are the example in front of us. When we say something to our kids, we want them to follow our instruction. But do I follow my kids' instruction? Do I share my things with the kids? Even in the evening, I was watching something where they were saying, you say that the kids won't listen to you. How friendly you are, how many times you sit with your kids rather than going for an argument, and just listening and exchanging your ideas, giving them the example of your life. And when you're giving the example of your own life, you don't need to show pride. Oh, I've been this. Like if we saw our parents struggling through their life lessons, we learn so much in such a young age, that how to to handle situations, how to handle means how to detach yourself with everything. I still remember when I got placed in as a in an architect course. um, I was, my parents just left me to the hostel, and other students were coming, and I was telling the parents, this hostel is very nice, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, I might be a senior. I said, no, I came few hours before you guys. So they say, how come you are not like other kids, right? Our kids are crying that we are leaving them, and you are still like you're laughing, and you are means showing so much strength to us. And our kids like everything is good. Even you yourself don't know anything. So that time I told them that, that what I learned from my parents, um, whatever is available, praise it. Don't go against it, praise it. And whenever, wherever we go, we do little bit research about the things, before going to any place. Even if we have to travel, we check the train time, the bus time, everything up to date we use, right? But the only thing in during all these things is missing is your own confidence and belief in within yourself, and on the same time, how down to earth you are,
mm,
how you take other people's opinions, perspective, uh, as a good thing. Like some of my friends, they always say, you are some saint, you say things straightforward to everyone. You need to hide yourself, you don't need to tell truth to the people will misuse you, or they won't trust you because you're so authentic. So I said that's their nature. It means I can't go with that. I can't lie. What I know. So many things, means when you were reading the chapter, what Guru Ma goes through when she was traveling here and there. She during this whole process, she was authentic,
mm,
and that's why it was hitting her so hard, that because she is not in the same zone like others, people pleasing, for example, right? And she is very straightforward, very honest, that she is using the Hindi language so that everyone can approach her. It's not the particularly one community, which is very honest, right? And on the top, she been through to the different places, but the mindset of the people is the same. They won't see a guru, they see the background of a person. If we see all, means we all are living at the moment in abroad, we are not in India. Our roots are still connected with India. We don't know the different parts of the country, different states we belong to, but still we manage to be on a same platform, sharing the same thought with everyone,
mm,
without any clashes, without any ego, without any judgment, because we are ready to learn from others. But where people think we already know everything, they just go to see, just to see that the person who is available there, means if he or she is in from my community, let me make myself proud of it, and show off to other people, this person is from, means like we are not serving humanity,
mm,
we are just showing off more,
mm,
so much egoistic. Like even when she mentioned that they were paying a different amount to different people, but the thing is, in our scriptures everywhere it is written the God is within me. If God is within me, God is within you, God is in everyone around me, how can I judge someone? How can I make think that someone is superior and other one is not superior? Maybe that person is holding more knowledge in other field, not in that field, where means, and sometimes uh, a person is more experienced than reading scriptures and all those things, like Guru Ma.
mm,
She had more personal experiences. That wisdom is different, and that is why it also hit people, because when it is your own experience, you've been through those experiences, right? And the other people, they are just reading the book and sharing the things.
mm,
There is nothing new to learn.
mm,
We all have different soul journey, and in our soul journey we be into so many things, and we all have different approach to different kind of problems, different kind of people, and we have to appreciate it. At least through this I am going to learn something new, because the even the author is sharing their own thoughts with you,
mm,
that, and after reading those again and again, in your mind, you know those words, but you in the um, deep inside the core, you don't have that connectivity with the spirituality. If you're very spiritual, doesn't matter the scripture is there or not. Sometimes we meet unknown people and their words touch our soul,
mm,
and we were like, oh, this was the missing piece in my life.
mm,
It doesn't matter it is the word from any scripture, or it is that person's personal experience that person is sharing with me. Be open to learn from each other, and everyone is master, everyone is teaching us something new.
mm,
Maybe you are more qualified than other person. Maybe some people are good in experiences, some people are good in reading and all those things, but all the knowledges are different until and unless you experience it.
mm,
And also we know the concept, even in India we all believe in past lives. So if I believe in past life, if I know the avatars coming in all ages, then how can I differentiate that this person is not reading scriptures but holding so much spiritual knowledge?
mm,
Means when you go in a deep, it gives you so many questions. It opens another portal inside you.
mm,
And thank you very much for choosing this book and reading it. And the meditation was so beautiful. I saw Rambo, every single thing I saw. I was sitting on the nice tree and I was a woodpecker. I was that bird. Yeah. I saw myself as that bird. And yes, the whole journey as a bird was so nice and very relaxed. Thank you so much.
oh, no, thank you so much. I think my take today would be, in terms of a light bulb moment, the bit about ego. I think it's so hard not to be egoistic because I think we're always comparing ourselves to others. But through reading this chapter, it's almost like drilled into me, why have that ego? We're all the same inside. Because egoism doesn't get you anywhere. In fact, it separates you from people, doesn't unify you with people, because it's almost like a them and us. You think you're more superior to somebody when really they'll have other skills, other attributes. But it's seeing everybody with the same mindset. It's not easy. I don't know whether it's your upbringing or the influence around you or media or what it is. I think it's quite a difficult task not to have egoism in itself.
No, actually, the thing is, sometimes, the people, sometimes their status is like that. They think that they are superior than some other people. Once I know there was a youngest person in front of me and talking to me. You don't know. I know better than you. And I was like, I'm happy if you know better than me. It's good, right?
Hats off to you.
But yeah, yeah. So, what is a clash? Why you want to show me that you are more intelligent? It means, and that person was saying, like, you are like me. I said, no, I born before you, so you are copying me. You are like me. Means we are so much egoistic, like we are not authentic to ourselves. If we are sharing right now this book with us, if I have to share with someone, I will say, Meena ji, through Meena ji I got this knowledge. I won't say it is mine, or through Anand Guru Ma I got this knowledge, right? um but the person who is copying, why ego? It means because of the ego part I'm saying. The person who is in ego will never use Anand Guru Ma or Meena ji. That person says, this is my perspective. That's, yeah. So that's ego. But
Ah,
when you praise others, that no, this is an eye opener. This is the guru is teaching, and I am a student. I'm learning from my guru, not
mm,
from my guru. I'm learning from all the gurus.
mm,
Then the shift happens within you. And sometime when we are talking, we are not aware of what we are talking. But when we are listening, and you're very active, it is one is listening, but another is active listening. In active listening, right, means like you just finished a chapter, we are discussing, now it is decoded here for whole entire life. Like this is all discussion we had. So this will also give us the chance when we are sharing ideas, that means like you pick up ego. For me is like the guru is guru. It doesn't matter big or small, and the guru knows better than me. That's why the guru is there, to teach me.
Mm.
That's why Guru knows how to handle me better than, because through unified course also, Mahavtar Babaji mentioned that we created illusions in our mind.
Mm.
Maybe the other person is not even thinking about you, and you're thinking, making in your own mind illusions. Oh, this person is that those are also illusions. Like the devotee think that the guru is differentiating between both of them, whereas the guru was right, because that follower have the blind faith
Mm.
in the guru, and without a doubt they said yes, because guru can do anything.
Mm. Mm.
But if we think as a human being, as a, how come this is, like the other student, it shows the difference also. There are so many things, when we discuss about these things, but this book is like taking us to another level, like unified course. Thank you.
Mm. Thank you so much. Gopnaji, Nagendraji, would you like to say anything?
No, I'm good. Thanks. Thanks, Meena.
Thank you. I think the other thing I picked up on Monagaji was the bit about attachment. How if you want to be on the spiritual path, you need to learn to let go and not have such attachment. It's almost like in every chapter, Guru Ma's making mention and reference to attachment. But the more attached you are, the harder it will be to be on your spiritual path. So it's having that mindset of learning to let go and actually freeing yourself. And I think that's why the meditation I chose of the bird today, because just see how free the birds are. They don't complain. They're in their own little world, but they stay together. They flock together, but they seem so happy. You hear them singing and chirping in the morning, and it makes my day. Thinking, oh my God, the birds are living so beautifully. And yet, do we do that? Do we sing to one another? Do we say sweet things to one another? No. In terms of the human side, we're totally different to the creatures, these beautiful birds. And yet we're meant to be more superior. Are we? As a comparison, humans to animals, are we superior to them? I don't think so.
I think the ego comes in then, doesn't it?
Yeah, ego of us being humans, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Which plays a big part. If we didn't have this ego, we'd be like sweets talking to everybody, regardless. If they were angry to you and shouted at you, abused you verbally, you'd be still sweet, speaking to them sweetly if it wasn't for your ego. It's the ego that we need to master, to not have this, what's the word, them and us,
Yeah.
to get that light bulb moment. Actually, the divine resides in them. Whatever they're saying, they're actually helping me. They're giving the torch for me to look within, that I'm at fault. But the ego doesn't, pride and ego,
Yeah.
like a barrier, doesn't let you see that actually you need to let them, listen to them and actually take action. But I find it quite difficult.
It's difficult.
Sometimes, Minaji, even if you're authentic, like Guru Ma was authentic, but other people were in the power. So when they are in the power, the power make you feel like you don't know anything. They know more better than you, whereas they know who you are actually, and they are trying to make you feel low, and they are not accepting their own places. That is another ego clash. Like, it's a big thing, it's not the small thing. Because if even sometime you will say, follow this path, that road is closed, people won't listen to you. They will go to that path. They will say, oh, everyone follow that road, I have to be there. And once they are there, then they will realize, oh, sometimes we do mistakes in the past, and right now in this moment you might regret, oh, why, like, that time, that person, if I see through the things clearly, I understand from where this person was coming, what was the perspective of that person. We never approach people like this.
I think this book's opened my eyes quite a lot, actually. It's a big learning curve. I feel I'm at the bottom at the minute. I've got so much to learn and grow. And it's like baby steps that we're taking. And I really enjoy this interaction because it actually homes in to some of the key lessons. So in between all the stories and things, there are light bulb moments that actually this is a very poignant point that we need to actually drill into us and actually action. I think like Guru Ma said, it's not just the words, it's the meaning and the essence behind them that you've got to remember. So it's not just reading it for the sake of reading, it's what's the true meaning? What are we learning? What's Guru Ma trying to teach us? It's almost like it's a hidden message that we need to somehow unravel to take the true meaning from that chapter and the words.
It is touching our soul because these words are very simple, and it is day-to-day life experiences. As I mentioned before, it is not something she is sharing from scripture. She is sharing. That's why we correlate it very easily, because somehow, somewhere, we experience the same thing in our life. So yeah, this book is very nice, and the way Guru Ma make it very simple is it's an eye opener, and on the same time, you understand from where she is coming. You can connect with her mindset. That's so nice. Thanks to Guru Ma.
Heartfelt gratitude. And the bit about action, you can't just drop it all on the Guru to take you to the Lord. You have got to take the steps. You have got to take the action. It won't be done for you. The Guru is just there as a medium to teach you, to show you the path. You have to take the steps and bring about the changes.
Meenaji, in the past, I use this example very often. If you're not hungry, right? Doesn't matter. I cook and prepare nice food for you, and I offer you. You won't eat it because you don't have that hunger. With the same thing, Guru, if you are doing nothing and you are expecting a miracle, and you're not even listening to your Guru, you are just being there physically, but mentally and emotionally, you are not listening to the Guru, what Guru actually wants from you, your life won't change. And the moment you start following your Guru, the Guru will make yourself in alignment with your spirituality. Then miracle will happen, and Guru will decode so many things. Like Mahavatar Babaji, through Unified Course, he is decoding so many things within us, which means for it's a life transformation we are experiencing within us. When we started the first journey 2 years ago, where we were, where I am right now. It's 2.5 years ago, sorry. So it may bring a huge difference, but if you won't see, if you see yourself where you were 10 years ago and where you are right now, if you are in the same zone with the same people and there is no improvement in you, it means you need to change your company. That's why you are still there. But right now, even if we are joining through Zoom, but how we are focused, how we are connected, that is also very important. Sometimes people are physically in the presence of the Guru and expecting some miracle, but that they get all the attention from Guru, everything. Guru sees through you. See, he knows your core. He knows everything, what you're from inside, how you're treating others from, so beautiful things come up. we will means think positive whenever we read something. I always go for the things which actually are good for my mental, physical, and emotional health. So it doesn't mean that I don't have bad thoughts. Sometimes yes, I do have, but the thing is that the guru give you that filter. Like Guru Ma is sharing the examples, live examples, how in different state, how people differently treat her, how even using Hindi language, how it is still a barrier for her, and how when she was with the very high status people, how they treated her. And on the same time they know that she has more follower than them, because she is not in materialistic thing. She is speaking the truth. That's why people love her. That's why people listen to her, follow her.
And she's a living, breathing person that's actually applying the knowledge. She's the role model that this is what you need to do. Yeah. Hats off to you, Monica Ji, for being the inspiration and bringing these sessions. Honestly, I can't thank you enough for this amazing opportunity. You know, looking back, we're on chapter 20, and it seems like days. It's like we only started the other day, but we're coming to the end nearly of the book, and it's like, oh my God, where's the time gone? But it's because we're so absorbed into it, and we're so in tune with the learning and the messages, that it's almost like quite exciting. Do you know what I mean? It's like the first, well, what's going to happen next? What we're going to learn next? You know, how can we apply this on our daily basis? So hats off to you, Monica Ji. Really, really appreciate it.
Thank you. Deep, deep gratitude. Deep, deep gratitude to all of you also, sharing this energy with this platform. And not only me, so many other people are learning so many things. So deep, deep gratitude to you also. Thank you so much.
Okay, so did you want to say anything, Gautama Ji?
No, I was thanking as well. Thank you.
Okay, deep, deep gratitude. Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening or a lovely day, depending on when you're watching this session. Heartfelt gratitude and Atmavandan. We'll meet tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Good night.
Good night.